Hey guys, this is Hubis, the guide for AD carry Graves. Please enjoy. Mastery pitch. Now as for masteries, I recommend taking almost everything that is related to physical damage in the offensive tree, plus improved flash and exhaust, plus a few resists. Gameplay. I recommend taking the solo mid lane because Graves is insanely strong at one-on-one fights, even at level 1. At the very start you should play very aggressively by harassing your enemies with buckshot, and killing them with your auto attack if needed. Use quickshot to get as close as possible to the enemy champion, and only then use buckshot to make it deal its maximum damage. Now let's say your enemy is playing very defensively and you just can't seem to kill him at very early levels. So simply farm until level 6 and then the fun begins. Then simply move in with quick drop buckshot and collateral damage. This should burst down at least half of the enemy champion's HP. Easily. And here's another quick example. When harassing, you should use smoke screen to stop the enemy champion from retaliating. This will always ensure you a lot less risky kills. Now I want to talk a little bit about Graves' ultimate. Collateral damage deals the most amount of damage to the enemy champion it hits and a smaller amount of damage to enemy units around it. Let's say in this scenario I wasn't sure that I can kill Gangplank only with the AoE damage, so I had to find an angle that my ulti would hit Gangplank first even when Rammus was in front of him. And then I simply killed Rammus too. Bonus! Sometimes you might not want to hit anyone with your ultimate's initial damage, because if you don't hit anyone the explosion will go even further than your ultimate's range. In this case I wanted to kill both Kassadin and Corki at the same time, so I waited until they got close enough to each other and BAM! Now at around mid-game you should start roaming around the map and getting fed on single target kills. In other words, abusing Graves' insane burst damage. Oh, and around this time you should stop relying so much on buckshot and start relying a little bit more on quick draw's attack speed buff. Now for late game teamfights you should always use your ultimate on as many enemy champions as you can, or simply to ensure some kills. Then try staying behind your allies while dealing as much damage as you can to the enemy team. Also, never forget to use quick draw for the insane attack speed boost. Now I'll leave you with a few more clips that I've got and I'll try to summarize the video.
Good fight, noob. You too, good fight, noob. You three, good fight, noob.
Oh, and I found this clip a little funny, so I thought I should include it. So I see Twisted Fate waiting to gank me, and smoke screen, flash, buckshot, ultimate. That was fun.
Summarize.
Now to summarize, I recommend armor penetration, armor and magic resistance runes, because I like to have extra durability on Graves. As for items, this is my favorite build for Graves. The Warmux can always be replaced with any other item, although I recommend always buying something defensive for him. Although this is rare for a ranged champion, Graves also can be played as an AD off tank, and this is my build for him. Although this build doesn't look too impressive, it actually works wonders for Graves. Now as for skills, I recommend taking buckshot at level 1 and maxing it out first, because it will be your main damage source early game. You should take quick draw at level 2 and max it out second, because you will only start depending on the attack speed boost at mid game. And you should take smoke screen at level 4 and max it out last, because you will mainly be using it for the minimum slow or to simply reduce the enemy sight. And of course take your ulti whenever you can, for obvious reasons. All in all, Graves is actually a very fun champion to play for his nice mobility and his insane burst early game and late game. The only downside to Graves is that he has very little crowd control. Alright guys, that's gonna do it! Click the top left corner to choose another Graves guide, and if you like this video, thumbs up, and if you wanna see more videos, subscribe. Hubis out!